Hey, today we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. We're going to give you guys a few tips. We're going to define what is imposter syndrome. Then we're going to give you guys a few tips to overcome imposter syndrome. So for you guys who don't know, imposter syndrome is one of those things that kind of hold you back from accomplishing, like what you're really supposed to accomplish within your business, or whatever goals that you set forth, because you don't feel like you're adequate enough to accomplish those things. So today we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you guys actually my own personal revelation when it comes to when it comes to the imposter syndrome as well. So let's get into it. So imposter syndrome is going to be the self-doubt that you have accumulated over a period of time that doesn't allow you to reach your full potential. So what this means is this is something that holds you back, something that tells you that I'm not adequate, I'm not the right person to do it, someone else is better, I'm not enough. All of these things are variations of self-doubt. But guess what, guys? Over 70% of people have experienced self-doubt at some period, at some point in their lives. 70%, right? So I'm gonna give you guys my quick thing when it came to imposter syndrome. So when I first started coaching, when I first started helping businesses, I didn't go to school for business. I didn't go to school for business administration, anything like that. But what I did was I learned business over a period of time from working in businesses, working with CEOs, having mentors, going to different classes, doing certifications. I did everything that I could on my own to learn about business. So now the things that I teach is not things that I not theories, it's things that I've actually been through, it's things that I actually learn, from witnessing. So those things kind of help me to get over and get some of the confidence back when it comes to some of the self-doubt. And one of the biggest things too is kind of having an umbrella. So like one of the things for myself is I have mentors, and various mentors for different aspects of my life. So what this does is this kind of gives me the confidence when I speak or when I talk about a certain thing within business. I know that either I know what I'm talking about or I can verify it, right? So that kind of helps you out a little bit. So just know, if you do have that imposter syndrome, or if you feel like you're not adequate, you're not alone. All right. So that's step. So let's get into a few different tips that you can apply today. So let's get rid of that self-doubt. Let's get into it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, or the first tip for you guys is just the fact that over 70% of people have experienced imposter syndrome within their lives. So just remember, the Michael Jackson song, "You're Not Alone," right? Most people have experienced it. So I think this kind of helps you a little bit with some commonality. So you know that, most people have experienced this at some point in their lives. I'm creating videos now. So when I first started creating videos, I'm like, man, who the heck is going to listen to me? But over that period of time, and that's just imposter syndrome. So over that period of time, you start to build up the confidence. So I always say, if you have that imposter syndrome, make sure you just fight through it. Just push through it, because that's going to help you get to that next level. All right, point number 2. This is very important. Change your circle if you have to. So the biggest thing is kind of like, there's certain people that you have in your life that that's going to support you. So put certain people around you that's going to help you and is going to support you. So let people know, hey, listen, man, I have a little bit of self-doubt when it comes to speaking in front of people. I really want you to encourage me. Read books, surround yourself with people who are already doing it that can help you get to that next level. These are some of the things that you can apply that's going to help you. I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine this week, and he had a similar situation where he doesn't like to speak up for himself, right? So one of the things I told him was like, listen, pick a date and challenge yourself. So pick a date to do a speaking event. This is going to challenge you. And then, so it could be a month from now, it could be 2 months from now, but what's going to happen is you're going to be thinking about that date and you can't change it. So all you're going to do is you're going to work your way up to that. So maybe you can do small events. Maybe you do, talking in the mirror, maybe talk in front of your family or whatever. These are things you can do to kind of build up that confidence so that when it's time to go, you're ready to go. Step number 3, or tip number 3, be realistic. So, make sure that you're not overdrawn. Like, so if you've just started in business, for an example, or if you just start like a YouTube page or something like that, you probably don't want to compete with Mr. Beast, right? Or you don't want to go for the gusto off top. Like, you do want to work your way up, because if you set those goals too high, and they're not achievable, then you're gonna get hit with the imposter syndrome, because now you're gonna realize like, oh crap, I can't do this or I can't do that. So you always want to like build your way up. Like, don't just jump right into the fire. Just stick your toe in a little bit, then get the process started. So these are just things that you can do to kind of help with your confidence and build you up, so that you're not fighting, you're not fighting the elements of life. So if you know that you're a person who doesn't always finish things, then you're fighting that. Or if you're a person who's not punctual, you're fighting that. So, or if you're not a person who's not consistent, or determined or whatever, like, you're fighting those things, those elements. So make sure that you're able to put yourself in the best position to win against your own self. And eventually what's going to happen is you are going to be more punctual. You are going to be more confident. You are going to have those things that you lack right now, but it has to be a process. Don't just jump right into it. Make sure that you know yourself, and, again, so set the achievable goals. All right. So number 4. So this one is really big. This one is really like how you identify yourself, right? So one of the things that I would do is I will look at, take some time, look at yourself, and don't focus on your weaknesses, more focus on your strengths. But what you want to do is you want to self-identify who you are today, and don't worry about that too much. But then I also want you to draw an image or an avatar of who you want to be. And you make all of your decisions, you make everything based off that person that you want to be. So if you're saying that you want to make $1 million per year, then when you make your decisions or when you do certain things, what would a person who makes $1 million do? Like, would a person who makes $1 million sleep in late? Or, a person who makes $1 million a year, would they not read the books? Or would they not do the conference? Or would they not take that joint venture partnership? So those will help guide you. That'd be a kind of like a guiding light within your decision making processes, to make sure that you're able to actually get to that next level. So make sure that you're seeing yourself correctly and seeing yourself from where you're going and not where you are right now. All right, guys. And the last one is just simple. Just take care of yourself. Just make sure you're eating good. Make sure you're working out. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you get enough sleep. These things will help you with your mental health in general. And when you're healthy, then you can function a little bit better, and you can think a little bit better. So put yourself in the best position so that you're always going to win. So make sure you're taking care of yourself so that you can overcome that imposter syndrome a lot quicker. So just remember that imposter syndrome is very common. It's something that happens to a lot of people. So don't beat yourself up too much. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're speaking positivity into your life. Make sure that you're able to see yourself correctly and see yourself for where you're going, and not seeing yourself for where you are. And just remember to, embrace the fact that you are deserving of success. So whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you deserve to accomplish it. So don't get so stuck up on where I am today, or what things you didn't accomplish in the past. This will drastically change the outlook of how your future will look, opposed to how your today will look. So thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, make sure you share it with somebody who can benefit from it. Give me a couple comments, and I appreciate you guys. Again, I'm Terrence from Black Legacy Group, and I'm out.